Well, beginning this Saturday, child care providers nationwide could face a loss in funding from the government. Pandemic-era funding is set to expire on September 30th.
A lot of people depending on that money. And KVUE's Dominique Newland checked in with a local child care provider about how this expiration date will affect them. She joins us now. Dominique, talk about this and how it's going to affect the people here in Central Texas.
Yeah, a lot of parents. Rob and Yvonne, good morning. Inflation, as we know, affected just about everything, including child care. And back in July, we reported that Travis County was the most expensive county in the state to raise a child, according to the National Database of Child Care Prices. Now, the $24 billion Child Care Stabilization Program passed in 2021 allowed funding to more than 200,000 child care programs, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. This funding cutoff coming this Saturday could result in the loss of 70,000 programs and more than 3 million child care spots, according to the Century Foundation. Magdalena McLeod, the owner of Happy Bunny's Child Care in Southwest Austin, says during the pandemic, that funding was a lifeline to her business and allowed them to reduce the number of children in the classrooms by hiring more staff. They went from paying $10 to $12 an hour to $18 and $20. When the funding stops, Magdalena says schools might have to start making staff cuts.
Schools will, start hiring less skilled teachers that we will then have to train, or we will have to go to bare ratios, which in my opinion is going to lower the quality of care that we will be able to provide.
She goes on to say if the government doesn't extend funding, she thinks a lot of schools will consider increasing their prices again by the start of 2024. Now, a group of Democratic lawmakers are seeking $16 billion in funding passed for child care centers before the end of this month, but time is running out. 30 senators also sent a letter to President Biden asking for $16 billion in investment a year. So we'll have to see how this plays out, Rob.
$16 billion a year, slightly more than it takes to raise a kid now in Central Texas. All right, Dominique, thank you very much.